Here we have your standard wide serve pattern and open court shot. Split and move in. Now you want to finish the ball at the green. That makes them run the most. You go to the red if you're farther away from the net, because by going to the green, it's all about the angles of attack. Depends where you are on the court. The closer you get to the net, the more angles you have. When you're far away from the net by service line, you're in the defensive zone. Yellow is the ideal zone and green is the kill zone. It opens up more angles. You have more possibilities. So the farther away you are, the less likely you are to hit the shorter shots, unless you have really good hands, unless you're Johnny Mac. So keep it simple. Okay, know where you are in the zones. And we'll come back to the zones again in a little bit. Wide serve, and I went really short because I was really close to the ball. You have to move through the zones. So if you're in a defensive volley zone, which extends from no man's land to about a foot inside the service line, keep your angles deep and through the court. Ideal volley zone, the yellow zone, you can be a little more aggressive, but get through this area as quickly as possible. Get as close to the net, because you want to volley and move through the ball. Because by volleying and moving through the ball, you get more angles and more power on your shot. And that's what you want to see happening. Get through those different zones and know where the zones are. Now when you go the other way, one pattern was the forehand, this pattern goes to the backhand. Now you also have to know where your zone is on your body. So you got zones on the court and zones on your body. Anything below your knees is the defensive zone. Between your knees and your elbow, chest, it's your ideal volley zone. You can go for a little bit more. Anything above your shoulder is a kill zone. Now, if you're good at low volleys, then your defensive zone might not be there. It might be a really small zone. If you're bad at the mid volley by your waist up to your shoulders, then you have to make the adjustment in your shot selection. Basically, you have to hit the shot you can make and don't do anything you can't do in your zone. Now here we go to the wide serve, but he hits a good cross-court backhand to me and gets it low into a very defensive zone. So I keep the ball in front of me. And here's another thing. You need to bisect the possibilities. Remember, it's a diagonal move to the net to cover the cross court. Because this is the ideal volley position. If the ball is on the right side of the court here, you need to be covered so that you can cover the cross court, the down the line, or the lob. And when you look at this other diagram, the ball is in the red. You must be in the green area so you can cover line shot 1. But to cover line shot 1, if you lunge the baseline, the sideline, you should be able to leave about 6 inches. So if you're really tall, you can play a little bit closer to the middle of the court. Also, if you're really tall, you can play a little farther in, because you want to be far enough away that if I take 2 steps back for an overhead, you can cover the lob. And lastly, you want to be able to cover the cross-court shot. So it really depends on how fast you are at net and your height. That manages, the taller you are, the farther away from net you can be. But make sure you move through the ball when you do make the volley. Now here's a problem when you hit a crappy volley. You have to guess. I wait till it makes impact with the ball and I make a move. I was just guessing cross court. I guess wrong. But you have to make a move. If you stand still and try to react, you're not going to make the shot. So work on these zones and learn to play with them.